Matheus Cunha isn't a gamble. He's the kind of signing United should have made years ago. Direct, aggressive, Premier League proven. He presses like a winger, scores like a striker, and fits Ruben Amorim's system like he's been playing in it his whole life. In a team that lacked movement, creativity, and edge, Cunha brings all three, and if Amorim gets it right, this could be the signing that finally gets United moving forward again. For 2 straight seasons, Wolves weren't the most watchable team in the Premier League, but somehow every time Matheus Cunha got on the ball, something shifted. The tempo changed, defenders backed off, fans stood up, and more often than not, he did something unpredictable. 17 goals last season from an expected goal ratio of 9.3. That's not normal. That's chaos, and that's exactly what United just paid £62.5 million for. Ian Birchnall, former Wolves coach, put it best. He's a player that plays on instinct. He doesn't like overthinking the tactical bits. He feels the game. It's all energy, all instinct, which is precisely what made him such a problem and such a joy. Against United last December, 1 goal, 1 assist, one of them a direct corner into the net, on purpose. He tried it again earlier in the same game. Cunha doesn't care what's expected of him. He just goes for it, and that's the kind of attitude that used to thrive at Old Trafford. Football writer Alex Keeble compared him to Cantona, not in terms of legacy, but in present. It's the swagger, the flair, the urgency, that uncoachable edge United have always valued in their best forwards. Cunha walks onto the pitch like it's his story to write, and now, with Rashford fading, Sancho likely gone, and Garnacho unsettled, United don't just want that edge. They need it. If you want to know why this signing happened so quickly, look at the shape. Ruben Amorim lives and dies by the 3-4-2-1. 2 inside forwards, a mobile front man, ball-carrying midfielders, high press. Now ask yourself, what has Matheus Cunha been doing for the last 2 seasons? Exactly that. Wolves played a version of the same shape, and in that right-sided number 10 role, Cunha thrived, always receiving on the half turn, driving at defenders, popping up in pockets. He wasn't just part of the attack, he was the attack. 946 open play passes received last season, 12th most among Premier League forwards. He became the fulcrum, the pivot, the trigger point. Everything moved through him. That's what Amorim needs. United's midfield last season looked lost, stuck between playing safe and going nowhere. With Cunha now occupying that half space, players like Mainu, Mount, or Casemiro finally have a clear option between the lines. Alex Keeble puts it cleanly, receiving forward passes that break open opposition midfields. It's something Cunha has done at Wolves over and over again. This isn't a player learning a new system. This is a player who's already mastered the position Amorim needs filled. And it's not just on the ball. Amorim's whole system hinges on transition, vertical runs, quick breaks, direct movement through the thirds. Remember his Sporting side tearing through City in the Champions League with one-touch counters and illusionary transitions? That's what he's trying to build at United. And Matheus Cunha, with his dribbles, his tempo, his fearlessness, is one of the few forwards in the league who already knows how to operate inside that chaos. You don't have to hype Matheus Cunha with words. The numbers speak loud enough. Last season alone, 17 goals, 6 assists. That's 23 direct goal involvements, more than anyone in United's current squad. Bruno Fernandes, 8 goals. Rashford, 7. Højlund, streaky. Cunha's output would have made him United's top scorer by a mile. And here's the kicker, he wasn't even supposed to score that many. His XG was just 9.3, meaning he doubled what the analytics said he should have finished. Not luck, not fluke, just a player who creates goals where none should exist, and his instincts are elite. Take this stat, 34 shots attempted after a ball carry, 6th most in the league. 23 chances created from carries, again, 6th. 8 goal involvements from carries, 5th overall. That's not a forward waiting in the box for service. That's a forward who creates the danger himself. He also ranked 4th in the Premier League for carries into the final third, and 9th in completed take-ons. In a team like Wolves that barely averaged 48% possession, Cunha was dragging them forward, one sprint at a time. At United, with more of the ball, better players around him, and clearer service lines, those numbers aren't supposed to drop. They're supposed to explode. And defensively, people overlook this part, but Cunha works. 3rd among PL forwards in interceptions, 6th in possessions won. It's not flashy, but it's what Amorim needs to make his press tick. He's not just here to score, he's here to set the tempo. Not every signing is about tactics. some are about attitude. And Matheus Cunha, he walks into a match like it's theater. Chest out, head up, no hesitation. He's not just here to score, he's here to disrupt. And that's something Manchester United haven't had since Bruno first arrived, a player who's willing to play on the edge, to shake things up when everyone else is following instructions. He doesn't do deep tactical analysis, said his former coach Ian Birchnall. He feels the game. Everything's instinct. That instinct, it's what made him try and score directly from a corner against United last season. Not a fluke. He'd already attempted it earlier in the same game. That's who he is. Unpredictable, sometimes reckless, but always alive. This is where the comparisons to United legends come in, not because of legacy, but because of presence. Cantona, Best, Tevez, Fernandes. They didn't just play, they took over. Cunha has a similar energy. You don't watch him and forget he was on the pitch. Even when it's not perfect, it's memorable. That matters especially in a dressing room that's felt flat for months. And the best part, he's not just flair without fight. He ranks top 10 among all Premier League forwards for tackles, interceptions, and final third pressures. He runs, he presses, he chases lost causes. At United, you don't survive on talent alone, you survive on edge, and Matheus Cunha has plenty of it. This isn't just a new forward, it's a tactical shift. For most of last season, United's attack looked forced. Bruno dropping deep, Højlund isolated, Rashford cutting in but never connecting. Too many individuals, not enough links. Cunha changes that. Suddenly, the system breathes. He gives Bruno Fernandes relief not just by scoring, but by demanding the ball between the lines and doing something with it. He offers Amad Diallo the chance to return to wingback where he excelled before being pushed forward out of necessity. And if Mbeumo or another pace-driven forward arrives, you've got a front line built on movement, not moments. Even without new additions, Amorim now has options. Cunha on the left 10, linking with Bruno. Amad at RWB, overlapping into chaos. Garnacho or a new striker leading the line. With Cunha drifting into half spaces, the old predictability static wingers, over-reliance on long switches, crosses to no one disappear. In its place, vertical passing, third man runs, dynamic overloads. And let's not ignore the exits. Rashford, likely gone. Sancho, out of favor. Garnacho, still raw. Cunha doesn't just fill a gap, he sets the standard. He becomes the attacker others play off, not around. This is how you rebuild, not just by adding goals, but by unlocking structure. And Cunha gives Amorim the first real platform to build something that doesn't look like a recycled Ten Hag game plan. There's no safety net here. Matheus Cunha isn't arriving with Champions League nights or a settled squad waiting for him. He's walking into a team that just finished 15th. No European football, a new manager under pressure, and a fan base that's tired of waiting for promises to come good. The talent, undeniable, but so is the risk. Cunha is instinctive, free-spirited, unpredictable. That's both his gift and the challenge. Amorim isn't just managing a system anymore, he's managing a personality that doesn't always play by the book. This could go two ways. Either Cunha becomes another name on a long list of creative players who fizzled out at United, or he becomes the face of something new. A faster, hungrier, more modern version of United built on chaos, movement, and risk-taking. That's what this signing represents. Not a fix, but a shift. A chance to move away from the safe, rigid, overly structured play that's defined United for too long. The good days are coming, Amorim said when he arrived. Cunha might just be the first real proof of that.